Hello everybody, my name is Jonathan and welcome to Bearly Unboxed. So today is my actual birthday. If you saw my birthday video, I recorded that like a couple days ahead so I could put it up on my birthday. But today is my actual birthday. And today we're going, my partner and I, my hubby, he's driving me to the Funko Store in Everett because we are lucky enough to have a Funko store in the area. I think there's only one other one that I know of, like in California. And so this is like the flagship store, I believe. This is where their offices are. And I've been there before. I used to go for my birthday often, almost every year. And then I kind of lost interest in going. During the pandemic, we kind of didn't really do much. So this is my first time back there in like 2 or 3 years now. I think it's at least 2. And I'm super excited that I am able to take you along and show you what it looks like in there. It's really cool. It always changes. My favorite part is called like the Wetmore Forest with their little monster characters. And I've heard that they've removed it, and I'm very upset by that. So I'll get to see what's there instead, and hopefully it's just as cool. All right, so we're going to head there and see what's going on. And then also, since it is my birthday, I am going to show you what people got for me for my birthday. My husband's letting me buy anything I want. Not anything, but he's letting me buy a few things at the Funko Store on him. And that's my birthday gift. So, and then I got a few other things too I'll show. But anyway, let's head out. So today is my birthday and we're going to the Funko Store. So let's go in and see what they have. So this room is very anime themed, and I didn't show a lot of the pops in here because I'm not really into anime very much, but it's still cool to look at. Now this area I thought was so cool. It's basically full of Barbie and Rainbow Bright, which you will see, and all sorts of other like things from my childhood and things that I'm still interested in. I really almost picked up this Red Butler because the fact that they come with their little sprites is so awesome. But yeah, there was so much stuff, and then these Power Lords, I think they were action figures from when I was a kid, from the 80s. I'm going to have to look them up later. And Secret of Nim, one of my favorite movies. It's such a good movie from the 80s. Don Bluth film. But they had so much Rainbow Bright. It made me so happy. I love Rainbow Bright. So, but yeah, this area is made up to kind of look like a 50s diner kind of aesthetic. And I had to mute a lot of the sound for the video because they were playing like copyrighted music and there was lots of people talking. But they had music playing in here that was very like of the time, like 50s. But they also sell tons of pop figures that are exclusive to other stores because since it's like their flagship store, they can do that. And they had the Magic the Gathering pops. I actually have some of the older Magic the Gathering pop figures. And these are just 3 newer ones that came out recently, I believe. And Dungeons and Dragons. And lots and lots of Pokemon. Like, they had a whole wall of Pokemon. They even had some obscure Pokemon pop figures like Serial Edge, I think is how you say that. Mortal Kombat, like World of Warcraft. I love World of Warcraft. I've played that off and on for a few years. It's been out forever. But yeah, I just love this area. Unfortunately, this area used to be the Wetmore Forest, where they made it look like a forest with all the little pop monster characters. I'll try to insert some photos of that But yeah, it's just kind of sad that that's gone. But I do love this new area because it's very I mean, it's just full of things that are nostalgic to me, and I think that's really cool. And I'm guessing the Wetmore Forest, it was their own creation. Like Funko created it themselves, and I don't think it was very popular, despite how much I loved it. But yeah, they even had exclusive pops that are harder to find. I didn't notice any chase pops, which are basically like special pops that replace the one in that set, and it's slightly different. Like it might glow in the dark, or it might have glitter on it, or it might be a slightly different pose. It's Patrick Star. I love Patrick Star. He's so cute. But yeah, they just had everything. They even have Peanuts pops, which I don't know if I've seen a lot of those before. But these Zodiac pops, they remind me of the pop monsters from the Wetmore Forest. But they only have 4 right now. They don't have a Leo, and I was bummed. I was like, oh, that would be so cool to get that on my birthday. And they had Care Bears and Care Bear Cousins. Brightheart Raccoon is one of my favorites. But they had everything. This is only part of the store. They had Monster High, and that is part of the 80 years of Mattel. And you barely saw them there, but they do have Gem and the hologram pops. This backpack really caught my eye. The only thing I don't like about a lot of these Loungefly backpacks is the things like that are hanging out of it. Like, I don't know, it seems weird to me. I know they're probably not marketing them towards people. So. But Winx pops, Powerpuff Girl pops, Chowder. I don't know if you've ever seen Chowder. It's an awesome cartoon. It makes me laugh so much. It's so ridiculous. And then they had like this faux cooler full of the mini pops. They have everything you can think of. Britney Spears, Sabrina Carpenter, and just everything. Stranger Things. They have bands, musicians, Wizard of Oz. It's crazy. Like, you come in here and it feels like a museum. And I think that's kind of their intent, is it just feels like a spectacle. But yeah, they have everything that you can think of. Like, name something that you like and they probably have a pop figure of it. And this was their DC section, and unfortunately I did not get any footage. They have a Batmobile that you can sit in, but it's constantly being sat in by people, and I was trying to get a picture or video of it without anyone in it, and it was almost impossible. And here's like their TV show pop section. They have Friends and The Office and all the like Game of Thrones and House of Dragons. It gets a little overwhelming at times. Now, this table was set up specifically for the San Diego Comic-Con pops, which I believe came out on my birthday, and so I was looking through them. None of them really like screamed, I have to get it, even though that Onslaught one, it's kind of cool. And then they have sports pops, mascots for sports. They even have wrestling and just everything. And of course, you gotta have Stitch. This was their Disney section, and unfortunately I didn't get a lot of video of everything here. I was overwhelmed, even though I've been here multiple times. It had been a while since I was here, and I was getting so excited and overwhelmed. But I kind of did this is like the walkthrough, and there weren't a lot of people around yet because it was still early. But there were a lot of people in some of the areas, and that's why I didn't get any footage. I didn't get any footage of coming in through the front door because it was kind of busy. There's Princess Tiana and Elsa. And then these tables all have like, Pixar stuff on this. And the one behind that, which I didn't get footage of, had Mickey and Friends pops. So this doorway goes into their Marvel Comics area, but there's also Maleficent Dragon, which is awesome. I love Maleficent. But this area is probably one of my favorites because it just feels like it's kind of surreal. Like, it feels like you're kind of outside, and the pop figures are actually real and life size. Of course, they had the Fantastic Four movie pops. This right here is really cool. Hulkbuster fighting Hulk. And then they have like the Avengers section, which oddly enough isn't that big. And the Guardians of the Galaxy section, which also is not that big. And then this is a cool, it's like Stan Lee, and there's like comic books. It's like a little newsstand. I love it. And they had tons of Deadpool on the Chimichanga food truck. And then this was like their X-Men area, which is awesome. I love the X-Men. Especially Age of Apocalypse, and there they are, Age of Apocalypse, X-Men. And I kind of skipped the sale area. You can see it a little bit right there. I looked at it later, and there wasn't much I saw, but this is the Star Wars area, which is also really, really cool. And they have a lot of Star Wars pops, and I didn't see any that I really wanted to get, but I do love the Ewoks pop figures. I don't collect as many pops as I used to. In fact, I have a couple big boxes full of them that I am going to start selling. And I'm contemplating trying Whatnot for the first time to sell those. So if you have any thoughts on Whatnot, and I would use it to sell lots of stuff though, not just pop figures. So this is one of the things I was really excited for. You can create a pop of yourself or someone else, or just basically anything you want, if they have the parts for it. You can see that hairstyle was out of stock. But I wanted to get a new pop figure because I've got one before and I wasn't very happy with the results. And so I was trying to find things that fit like my aesthetic. And in the end, my partner actually came over to help me do this. And you probably have noticed that my partner is nowhere to be seen in this video footage, and that is by design because he does not want to be on video. But yeah, you can add all kinds of extras, and this is what it'll look like when it's finished. And here he is. He's so cool. Alright, so we are back. It was a long day. We ended up going also to Red Robin to get my free birthday burger, and it was awesome. They were super nice. They were understaffed, unfortunately, and they offered to comp the burger, and I could come back for my free burger on another visit. But then they also later on were like, you know what? We'll just comp the burger that my partner basically got. So we ended up not having to pay much, and so we gave the waitress a huge tip just to be nice because they were super panicked. It felt. The food was great though. So here is my haul. This is a really cool bag. They gave you a paper bag if you bought something from up front, which I did have, but I ended up just putting everything in here. So the thing you probably did see me working on in the footage is my mini-me. So this is a mini-me. You can make your own pop of yourself. The items that you can pick from are a little limited, but I found some things that worked. My partner helped me pick everything out, and then they print out your name on it. So you can actually put any name as long as it's not probably something bad. And it's really cool. It gives you your own box. Now, I have made one in the past It even has a barcode. Look at that. And it says scan, track, and more. So I guess if you scan that, you can like, maybe it shows you your pop figure and you can reorder it or something. I haven't tried actually now that I've seen it. So let's open him up. I did get some little stickers. I don't remember where I put them. Oh, they're in here. Okay. They weren't originally in here, but I put them in here. So these are free. They offer a bunch of different little stickers that you can pick from, and you can customize your pop figure with them. And I got these because they're like very 80s, and I liked that the cassette tape has like a rainbow on it, so I might actually put that like on the back of the jacket or the hat or something. So I actually have not taken him out of here until I did just now. Since I just got home. He does come with a stand. It's got a bunch of glue, sticky glue on it, and then there's also a kitty, which represents kind of both my cats, because this one looks like Ridley, and I'll put a picture of him up on the screen. So this is Ridley right here. And this is what Ridley really looks like, and I'll show you Crate as well. It kind of feels like a cross between both my cats, but these are so cute and so tiny. They had a bunch of different pets that you could pick from, but they were out of a lot of them that they had on display on the countertop. They didn't have, and I was kind of bummed out. So this is my mini-me. Now, the one I made before, I can grab him to compare. This one has a shorter beard. I got this huge long beard because at the time that I bought him, I had a long beard, but it hid so much of the body, it just looked like a head with legs, and it was kind of annoyed me. And then, of course, he has a hat on, so he is bald. And the hat is cool. It just kind of pops right on. And then I have these brown glasses, which were the closest thing to my glasses, which are actually pretty accurate. So that's cool. And then I have a backpack, so I can carry all my toys in that I buy. And then I have a phone, so I can record, because that is how I record everything. I really like this. It turned out way better than I thought it would. I had picked some things, and my partner was like, you know what, I don't think that's going to look right. And he was right. So there's that. And then the stickers. Let's see how this is open. I kind of want to put a sticker on the hat. And I think I'm going to put this brighter one on the hat that says Funko. I don't know. Should I put that one? Yeah, I think I should. Are these translucent? Okay, they are translucent. Let's try to center this. Oh, wow, you can't really see this at all on the hat, but that's okay. So there is that sticker on the hat. And then how about, well, I was going to put the other one on his back of his jacket, but there's a crease in it, so maybe I'll put it on the back of the phone. I don't know. I'm going to hold off on that for now. We'll just do the one sticker for right now. So there's that. Let me grab my other one. Here is my other one, and you can see he just looks like a head with legs because of how big this beard is. But I did pick, at the time, they had these purple shoes, which is why I picked it, because I love purple, and a very simple black shirt. So I do have the same glasses. So let's look at that. This one didn't come with a doll stand, though. And also, there's no hole on the bottom even for a stand. So they've upgraded these. So this is definitely a better version of me, I think. And I can mix and match the parts, possibly. He's very top heavy. Originally, I had picked this little Freddy Funko figure, because, you know, I collect toys. And then it was my birthday, so I got this teeny tiny chocolate cupcake, which he can actually hold. in his hands, but it's kind of difficult because this beard gets in the way. And then I actually put a sticker on his shirt because it's a blank shirt. I'll show you that here in a second. You can't even get the cupcake in his hand right. Okay, we're not going to bother with it. I put a pumpkin sticker, jack-o'-lantern sticker, because I like Halloween. I kind of want to... Let me see. These have the same head. Yeah. So I can definitely put the hat on this head. It's kind of funny. The beard is just too big, though. So, but yeah, that is... Let's put the small beard on this guy just to see what he looks like. Hopefully it's the same type of beard. Oh, they put like sticky stuff to keep it on. Interesting. All right. Yeah, see, this looks more like this is what I should have picked last time. And then that would have been my Funko. I didn't wear hats a lot back then, so that's why I didn't get a hat for that one. And I didn't get any hair because they didn't have any hair that really looks like my balding head. So, but yeah, this is really cute. This turned out a lot better than I could have hoped for. I wish they would have had a purple hat. It was either white, black, or blue and green, which is like a Seattle Seahawks color, which is, I'm guessing, why they have that one. So, all right, so I'm going to put him off to the side, and we'll just keep this guy right here. And his kitty. Very cute. All right, and then the next thing I picked out, because I absolutely love Magic the Gathering. I've played it ever since Ice Age came out, which was back in the 90s. It's still around, and I picked out one of my favorite characters. This is Oko the Trickster. He's super awesome. They also had these other two, which you probably saw in the footage. Fibblethip and Ashiok. Ashiok creeps me out. She has no top of her head. But this is really cool. I do want to unbox him, and I'm going to display him in my... Where I keep all my Magic cards in my art studio. I have like a little table console. Maybe I'll show pictures of that at the end of the video. I don't know. We'll see. That might be more of something that I show when I do my toy and doll room tour. But yeah, oh, this is awesome. He doesn't need a stand, I guess. I didn't see a stand in here. Yeah, no stand that I see of. But yeah, this is awesome. He's basically a fairy, and he's like a legendary planeswalker kind of creature. So he has like all these really cool abilities that actually ended up getting his cards banned from play, which is funny. So there's that guy. And then the other thing, actually the first thing I picked up was this Rainbow Bright pin. You probably saw me looking at it. I really hope that we get Buddy Blue or Red Butler. And you can, if you notice, it says mystery pin, but it doesn't show actually any... There's no Rainbow Bright. It's just the rest of the gang. So I'm kind of curious, like, who are we going to get in here? And how does this open? This is a weird box. I think it just opens like that. I figure I will go ahead and open these just for fun. I don't have a lot to open up, so... Oh, this does open up on the back. It has tape. Maybe it shows like a checklist or something. Okay, no, it's just a bunch of like information. I think it's the same warning that's on the side in multiple languages. So that's nothing special. All right. So who do you think we got? I'm going to say we got Buddy Blue. Oh, we didn't get Buddy Blue. We got Shy Violet, which is fine because it's purple. It's one of my favorite colors. That's really cute. And it does have that on the back. Wow, that is really cool. I like that. All right, and then the other thing I got was also a Rainbow Bright themed item. I saw this right as I was about to check out. You get a tiny little coin purse of one of these characters, and these are made by Loungefly. I've been looking for a Loungefly backpack that's a full-size backpack, but they're all minis, and I'm like, I really just want a full-size backpack that looks like something that I would carry, you know, something that I like. I'd love a Rainbow Bright one that was maybe a giant backpack and it was twink, and then I could hang this from that. That would be awesome. But, ooh, so who do you think we got? I didn't even guess. We got this green one. Look at how awesome this is. Okay, it has a clip, so you can clip this onto your bag. But it's also a little mini backpack. So this would, and it has some protective stuff on it. I'll just leave that on for now. Oh, it has styrofoam inside. But yeah, you can put like, it says Loungefly on the inside. It's cool. And you can put like your change in this if you have like coins or something. Or you could put, you know, your lipstick, lip gloss, your lip balm, or, you know, something like that. It's really cute. I'm trying to remember the name of the green one. Let me see. I think I have a little, I'm going to look in here real quick. Is the green one in here? Yeah, Lucky. I should have known that. This is Lucky, and I love Lucky. I love the green one. I also love the red one because I have him. I actually have him from my childhood. So when I do finally get a backpack, I can hang this on it. That'll be awesome. And it can also be used. Let me grab, I have just a random, here. Have him. You could put it on him as an actual backpack, and I think it'll actually work. Oh my goodness. Look at this. That is amazing. I didn't even know that it had, you know, backpack straps, and seeing it on him like that, that is super cool. Okay, I love it. I love it. That's awesome. So, I don't know how much that was, to be honest, but I would buy another one. I kind of just grabbed it at the last minute. There's no checklist or anything, but that's okay. So there's what I picked up. Now, that would have been cool if we would have got a corresponding color to this, you know, but this is what I got. I'm going to probably put the pin in here, and then I can put that on my backpack too when I finally get it. So that way I know where it is. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed taking a look at all this stuff. Now, real quick, I am going to show you some of what I got for my birthday. Let's put this over here. All right. So my really good friend of mine sent me 3 things. I'll start with the smallest one. I just added this to my Amazon wish list. He sent me the Ever After High Dragon Games Dragon. I think this one does have a name, but it doesn't say it anywhere on the packaging. And this is still in the packaging, and I'm going to open it because I don't expect to have any other Ever After High stuff to open anytime soon. So let's just go ahead and take a look at it. This is adorable. Oh my goodness. It has cute little hands that move. So the little arms move, the head moves, and it has bobble wings. So very cute. I actually have a purple one of this one, but this one has a little flower on its horn. It's very cute. That is super, super cute. And you can make it look like it's sucking its thumb because it's a little baby. We'll put that here. That is super cute. Okay. Now, he also sent me this Hordak cartoon collection figure, which was also on my wish list. Thank you so much. That I'm going to save for like a full unboxing video. And the last thing he sent me is something I never thought I would have. He sent me this Phoenix signature Barbie. Unfortunately, the box is damaged down here, and I don't know if that happened in shipping, but I probably will unbox her because this is an amazing Barbie, and I have to get her out of here and see what she looks like. This was part of the 80 years of Marvel, and it has a whole little blurb on the back if you want to pause and read that. It has this amazing artwork of Jean Grey, which I have seen before. I don't remember who the artist is for that. I don't think it says anywhere on here. Not that I can see. But this is awesome because here's the barcode. And it says no more than 20,000 worldwide. So this is kind of similar to the She-Ra Barbie that I got recently. Only 20,000 were made, so these are getting harder to find. She's absolutely gorgeous, though, and she does come with a doll stand, so that will be awesome to unbox that in a future, like Barbie-themed, maybe even X-Men themed video. I don't know. There is a Storm Barbie that I really, really want to, and then they also made Mystique. I don't want that one as much, but if I found it for a really good price, I'd probably pick it up. But the Storm is the one that I really want, along with that one. So thank you for that. That was it, I think. So the gifts from my hubby and the gifts from one of my really good friends. So if I get any other gifts in the mail, I will do separate videos for those. I am expecting something from my brother, but I don't know. It'll probably be more like food. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little trip to Funko. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I picked up and seeing what I got for my birthday. It was a wonderful day today. I got so many happy birthday messages from people, both on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and I just want to thank everyone so much. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to my members. I really need to start doing a shout out for my members. I haven't done that yet. I don't have very many, so I was kind of waiting to get a few more before I started doing that. But I really need to start that. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you everybody for all the wishes and the kind words. And so if you're not subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and then you'll get notified every time I put up videos. Use the subscription tab to keep track of my videos. Also, share the video with anyone you think would like it. Comment down below and tell me what thing you thought was really cool today. I'd love to hear from you. All right, well, if you want to find other ways to support the channel, look down below. There's a bunch of links to my socials and other various things. Take care. Love you guys. Bye.